Hello. Welcome, gamers. I just realized I forgot to tweet that I'm live, so I will go do that right now. Let's see, we go on Twitter, we post the image, we say web fishing stream, and then we have the link, and then we also go to Blue Sky. I forgot I had Northern Line stream open. I'm going to close that. He is in fact playing Uma Musume right now. Hold on, we're going to post the image. It's going to say web fishing stream. The alt text Wolfie is fishing. Okay, we save it, we post it, we go back to Twitter, we add the description, we post it. It has been posted. Alright, there it is. Hello, welcome. He's fishing. He's actually fishing, okay? Anyway. Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Tiny, welcome Last Abaka, welcome Hamflow, welcome Duck, welcome Probs Not Jack, and Zolly and Namington. Everyone is here. Anyway, it's Wednesday. You already know it is time for everyone's favorite Wednesday game. What is this? Summer Sale. It's web fishing. Right now. It's literally web fishing. Anyway. Yeah. Everyone's playing Uma Musume. Even Northern Lion. He was very into it from what I've seen today. It did seem quite hype. It did seem quite peak as well. Welcome Apolin. See, I think I would like the rogue horse Lyle, but I'm running through Inscription right now. What if they added horses to Inscription? Have you considered that maybe they could do that? They could totally do it. Anyway, okay, we got the web fishing lobby. No one plays this game anymore. No one's even gonna join. Kind of messed up, honestly. Literally no one is gonna play this game. Okay, we got the lobby code is Biomb. It's a crazy code right there. Biomb. It doesn't even look like a code. It just seems like I'm saying like a word. Biomb. There's no Major McQueen in Inscription. What if they added? What if there was like a mod? And that mod added the Uma Musumes. The Uma Musumes. That's what he calls them. The Uma Musumes. What if that? Anyway, okay, someone's trying to. Unknown user is trying to join. Is Last Abaka. Welcome to the web fishing lobby. But yeah, it actually is. Uma Musume seems surprisingly more interesting than I would have assumed. I think I did not get very much work done today because I was like watching Northern Line play it. It was pretty interesting. Welcome Chicken Coop Enjoyer. What about Squid Game? What about Squid Game? What if they added horses to Squid Game? It's engaging. It's like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You're like, oh, they're in 6th place, and then suddenly their skill activates and they start drinking tea, and then it's like, whoa, now they're in 2nd, and then eventually they get into 1st, and it's like, whoa. Who would have seen this coming? Literally no one. Welcome Slime Molder as well. It's engaging. I can see why people are so into it. Yeah. I understand now. I did not understand until, well, even when I watched Chibli play it a few days ago, I was like, okay, like, I kind of get it, but, like, I don't really know. But then Northern Lion played it, and I was like, okay, I see now. Because Northern Lion, he started off so skeptical. And I think also because I missed, like, the tutorial when Chibli was doing it. I didn't really know what he was doing. But then, played it. He was, like, making fun of it, and then now he's really into it. I don't know. It's cool. I don't know if I will play it though, because like I've not really played a gacha in a long time. Possibly even years at this point. but I've seen several people stream it. I've seen, you know, NL played it, Chia played it, Ghibli played it, a bunch of other people. But now I feel like if I tune into a stream of someone playing that, like I can sort of understand what's going on. Like at least a little bit. It does have roguelike elements, you know, it's got roguelite progression as well. Your character, you know, if it fails, you can still use it sort of as like a parent or something, inspiration in the next run. It's dangerous. I feel like it would break my heart when my horse is sad. And that kind of stuff I don't really care about. I have no emotional connection to the horses. I just know that they're digital characters that don't really they don't really exist. I mean, they do exist in real life as horses, but like, you know, the events of the run itself are not real. The emotions, you know, the dialogue of the horse is simply just not real. If I would describe it as Slay the Spire or Darkest Dungeon, I'd call it Night Rain, but turn-based. I would not describe it as that because Night Rain is a totally different thing. It is a multiplayer co-op battle royale style game. It's not really a battle royale, but it's got very similar elements. The horses, you know, some of them are dead in real life. But, you know, some of them are alive. Several of them are for real alive. Also, all the horses in real life are actually male, but they've become female in the game. Assuming that it was released on Pride Month. So true. Not all of them. Do they have female racehorses? Is that like a thing? Do they like have male and female horses compete? Yeah, they do. They don't like segregate them based on gender? Or do they have like a separate like, this is for female horses, this is for male horses? I don't know. Cygame's marketing team salivating at the thought that NL picked it up. Honestly, like he... if there was anything that could convince me to play that game, it would have been NL's stream of it. Because now I understand. It wasn't even a sponsored thing. He probably could have approached them for a sponsorship, and they probably, I don't know, maybe they would have done it. But he played it for free. They should, you know what they should do? They should give him free premium currency. Because, you know, he's probably not the type of person who's going to spend real money on digital horses. But if they gave him like a sponsorship where they, you know, they provided him with the in-game currency, then people would be like, whoa, we could see him gamble. Isn't that crazy? The horse that had 113 losses, yeah, that one. Classic horse. He's just horsing around, you know, no one even understands the things that horses go through. Classic Wolfie moment. Do you think the horses even understand what they're doing? Do you think they understand that they were competing against other horses, or do you think they were just like running? They don't even know, right? When you're like, oh, this horse lost, it doesn't even know. It wasn't even aware that it was competing. It was just, you know, just running because the jockey was on it or whatever. Chicken jockey. Horse jockey. I'm down to believe that they understand that they're racing. Can we look this up? Do horse? What the heck is this? Do race horses understand that they are racing? Do they even know? It's unlikely. Look, they don't even know. Reliable source, theconversation.com. But do horses even know they're in a race, let alone have the desire to win it? The most plausible answer is no. There are few intrinsic rewards for winning a race. Reaching the end might mean relief from the pressure to keep galloping at high speed and hits from the jockey's whip. The same is true for all horses. If the race is close, the horse that eventually wins might even be whipped more often. Is this like animal abuse? Do the horses feel like significant pain from the jockeys? Welcome, Stanley. I play Umang, call me the chicken jockey. Chicken coop enjoyer. So true. PETA, well, who cares about PETA? PETA's complaining about everything. Horse racing kills a lot of horses? What? Is there like a video that's like the dark side of racehorses? You enjoy. Well, they probably have posted about this. PETA is probably gonna make a post about freaking Musume. I mean, they posted when horse race tests went viral, so they probably are gonna do the same thing for Musume. Like, you think it's fun for horses to race? Some of them die. Does a racehorse know if he wins or loses? Why did they assume that it's a male horse? Horse racing is probably also what makes a bunch of horses come into existence in the first place. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily like a good thing. There's a lot of talk about running American Pharaoh. What does that mean? Triple Crown. Create a free account with thehorse.com. Bro, do they really think that I'm gonna sign up for thehorse.com? Like, I understand, like, is this like a big website? Because literally, okay, so like, I can understand, you know, the New York Times or LA Times or whatever doing this thing. But are there people that are like, oh man, I really need, well, I guess there are a lot of comments though. Is there like a big enough, you know, horse fan base that they're like, oh, I gotta have a subscription to thehorse.com? Their family is like, hey, it's your birthday, I got you a subscription to thehorse.com. And they're like, whoa, I can finally read that article about deworming equine parasite control and the equine metabolic syndrome. Probably. This is like a well-known, I mean, they have sponsored content. People are paying money to have their articles be promoted on this website. There's people selling, okay, I see. People can sell their horses. They can put ads like, I'm selling this horse. Toho? Probably, it's like forums. Some people really like horse races. Sorry, horses and or horse racing. It is true. People do, in fact, enjoy things. What if we search Reddit? What is Reddit thing? Do you ever think about this? Ask a question, you wonder, I wonder what Reddit has to say about this. They don't understand. A horse's brain could not formulate. What does he know, huh? He's not a horse. They've been trained to run as fast as they can and obey commands. I don't think he was ever conscious of racing. I don't know. Seabiscuit. I'm on a 11 p.m. walk, and why are so many people up? Because it's Uma Musume season. Maybe everyone out there is tuned into NL's stream. They're like, whoa, he's streaming, I gotta stay up for this, but I also gotta walk outside. How many people out there do you think in the world are walking outdoors and listening / watching to a VTuber stream right now? Do you think there's like 1 million people doing this? Actually, you know, that could be possible. I could see there being 1 million people outside listening to a VTuber stream outdoors right now. It's actually totally possible. I'm not right now, but I do that a lot. I don't know. I feel like I never really do that. Typically, I'm not really like listening to streams outdoors. Like when I'm not at home, I'm very rarely listening to a stream. I finished watching the NL stream and went, okay, time for my walk. Has he finished streaming? He was still live when I started my stream. No, he appears to not be live anymore. Did he say he was going to play it again tomorrow? Was he like, guys, this game, I know I was skeptical, but actually it's kind of peak. I might check it out some more tomorrow. Did he say that? He probably. I would not be surprised. What if he played it off stream? What if on the next NL stream, he's like, guys, you would not believe I put my credit card and spent some money, and they shows us his new horses, and he's like, look, this one just got like, I got 5-star or whatever. Wanted to make a guild and get Apollo into it. That's crazy. That he would be the one promoting an anime game, an anime gacha game. It's crazy. I don't know, but that's cool though. And it's kind of funny that he like skips all of the all the performances, you know? When your horse wins a race, there's like a cutscene. It's like, hey, we're gonna sing and dance on stage, and he's like, I'm not watching this. Which is understandable. But it's cool. It's cool that he even considered. I don't have much patience for those either. Yeah, I probably also wouldn't. I mean, like, yeah, when I played Genshin, I pretty much skipped, like, every cutscene. I did not care about the story. Didn't really care about the characters. I was just, like, just in it for the gameplay. So I could imagine the same thing for him. Genshin is different. Well, for me, I just don't care about Genshin. It has no impact. Despite the title, it has no impact on me. The story has no impact. The story doesn't matter as much, I guess. But, like, what about the horses? What about the horse legacy? Me when I skip Project Sekai stories? Like, is there even a story? It's just like, here's Miku, but like... But it's not Miku. It's Miku, but like, I don't know, there's like other people that are like real humans. Oh, it's crazy. Genshin's initial story was sleep, you know. I did not care about it. I still don't care about it. Some people, they're like, no, you gotta... Genshin's story really picks up after the, you know, the third area or whatever. But that's like... It's like 100 hours in, right? I don't know. Me, when I only read them and don't play the rhythm game. Oh yeah, it's like, I feel like most gacha game stories, like, I don't care about. When I played Grand Blue Fantasy, I skipped the story. When I played, like, Love Live and Cinderella Girls, I skipped the story. When I played, World Flipper, I read the story for, like, a certain amount, and then I was like, there's too much. I just stopped. I play them like a visual novel sometimes. See, that's the thing though, like, I don't enjoy visual novels. I would simply not play them. I just don't know. Welcome Kari Kari Panko. World Flipper was so good I missed it. It was good, right? What if I make a pinball game? What if my next game that is not my fishing game is like a pinball game with like roguelike elements? I don't understand the appeal if you skip the story. I mean, like, the gameplay. Not everything's about the story, you know? Like, Genshin, it was kind of fun to just, like, run around, discover things. But then, like, after you've discovered everything that has been released, it's kind of like... Then you do, like, dailies, you grind to get, like, upgrades. It's like, that stuff I didn't want to play. After that, I gave up. But, like, you know, some games, like, okay, like at the beginning, Love Live and Cinderella Girls, the gameplay was kind of fun, you know, rhythm game stuff. But then after a while, it's like, I felt like I was only playing it because I felt obligated to. I was like, oh shoot, I have stamina. I gotta play some songs, and then like I play them, and it's like, am I even enjoying this anymore? I don't think I was. But yeah, for Grand Blue, I don't know, the gameplay was not really it. But I mean, it was kind of nice seeing number go up though. That's the appeal of a lot of games. Like, whoa, number go up? It's crazy. The story synopsis is like, this group is traumatized, other group is a bunch of theater kids being cracked at shows, a bunch of idols. We just don't know. And then Miku's there for some reason. Why is Miku there? What is the story? What is the lore of Project Sekai? Like, why are Miku and Rin and Len and Kaito and why are they there? Are they like celebrities? Did they just show up? Why did they coexist with like regular humans, huh? Project Sekai gameplay has made me better at other rhythm games, unironically. But isn't that like all rhythm games though? Grand Blue, I was into the story but hated the idea of the gameplay, so I watched the anime. Just because of the Sky Islands. The Vocaloids are therapists, emotional support, because each group don't has any. Miku's like a secondary parental mentor figure. It's wild. But like in the context of the world though, is she like a real person or is she like an AI or like, I don't know, like how does that work? Like she just happens to have like a robotic voice. She's like, yeah, this is my teacher. I don't know, she just happens to sound like this. Are they like from like a different world? Are they like digitalized and they're like, oh look, they existed in a computer and now they're like out here. What's the deal? It's a real person and a product? What the heck? So like, it's like you can buy a Miku, but then there's like a real Miku. What the heck? Even better? Man, the lore goes crazy. There are multiple Mikus. I guess that does match, you know, the Miku lore. There are a bunch of different Mikus. They all have slightly different hairstyles and like slightly different shades of green. Every song has their own Miku. I don't know. Did they like purchase a Miku? Were they like, oh, this one's on sale? Yo, the Vocaloid sale though, I got this one. Imagine our world, but for some reason a group can teleport into reality. Into a reality marble. They don't tell what? The heck? You can not only buy Miku, one of the protagonists even buys one. Damn. I had no idea. You know, I never actually thought about the lore of Project Sekai. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, there's Miku. There she is. She was just there for some reason. But you know, that's cool. They had to make up something, you know? They're like, oh, how are we gonna put Miku, like, coexisting with the real people? Oh, wow, what if she's freaking whatever. I did not play Fate. I don't think I ever will. Some of the group stories are pretty good, peak even. But is it as peak as Uma Musume? Would you say it's Peem even? Instead of peak, it's Peem? No, it's a pretty high bar. Is it as peak as the game known as Peak? Is it though? Is it really? You don't even know. Literally, no one is able to confirm. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm more out of breath today for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. I did have a meeting right before this. You know, classic meeting scheduled from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I did say some things in the meeting, which perhaps used up some of my ability to talk. But like, it wasn't that much, you know? Climbing peaks, isn't that what you do in Death Stranding 2? I don't actually know what you do in Death Stranding 2. The only thing I know about Death Stranding 2 is that Pecora is in it. And that Norman Reedus says Pecco sometimes. He says, hello Pecco, Con Pecco, Oats Pecco. And then he just shouts, is this spoilers? Do people care? They're like, oh no, he's spoiled the fact that he says Oats Pecco. Can't believe he I was looking forward to finding out what he said when Pecora shows up. He spoiled the whole game. The Persica story is pretty peem. Alright, well I will have to take your word for it. Because I just don't know. No one really even knows. Like, how much dialogue could there possibly be? There's like hours upon hours. Days of dialogue. Like, for whatever reason, when I played Love Live, the rhythm game, I did actually like read the story, and then I was like, none of this matters. Literally, I could skip all of this and it would be exactly the same. And then I just started skipping them. I was like, I don't care anymore. There's like interaction. It's like, oh, look, this was a fun event, and then like later, I'm like, I don't really care. Love Live rhythm game story is a bit of a nothing burger. Yeah, I don't remember anything that happens. Literally, I feel like I've like read the story for like at least dozens of minutes. And if you ask me like what happened in the game, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't even know. It's probably like a school festival or something. It's probably like kind of school, I don't know. D for DJ is actually decently difficult. Do I care for the story? No, I'm sure it's good. I forgot that game existed, honestly. I feel like that's one of the series that I don't hear anyone talk about anymore. Is D for DJ still popular? Was there like another game? Hold on. What are the games of that same publisher? Bushiroad, right? What are their other games? I feel like there was like at least another one that I heard of that I don't hear anyone talk about anymore. Never heard of any of these. Review, there's a Review Starlight game? It's not under Bushiroad anymore? Okay. I've not heard of like any of these. The game dev bought it out. Oh yeah, Bandori. I forgot. Yeah, this is another. This is the other one I was thinking of. I don't hear anyone talk about Bandori anymore. But that might just be because like the people that I follow don't play it anymore. I'm sure there are still a lot of people that play this, but I feel like it's fallen off. I don't see it as often anymore. Yeah, D for DJ as well. Bandori I was really into. Literally talked about. Yeah, but I mean like other people, you know? The general public. Like I've literally never heard of this one. Literally, I've heard of this one. Not the game. I don't think I've seen anyone talk about the game. I've never heard of this one. I didn't know this had a game. Mygo and Ava Musica is Bang Dream. Streamer doesn't consider Zoli as a person. No, I just mean like other people. The animes have been popular. Yeah, but it's like, how long ago was that, right? I don't know. Like, what are the hits gacha games right now? Top gacha games 2025. There's probably like a ton of these that I've never heard of. 15 bet. This is probably AI generated, this article. The Limbus Company. Okay, I feel like I never see anyone talk about this besides Choco Jacks. Okay, I've heard of this one. I've heard of this one. I didn't know Solo Leveling had a gacha game. I've literally never heard of this one. Path to Nowhere. Brown Dust. Literally never heard of it. Arknights I've heard of. Literally never heard of Punishing Grey Raven. Never heard of. Okay, I've heard of ZZZ. I feel like I have heard about this, but I've never seen anyone talk about it. Welcome Solely_channel. Wolfie being pure of heart and soul. Wait, which game is this a reference to? I've heard of Honkai Impact. I've never heard of Guardian Tales. Literally have never ever seen this before. Okay, I don't think I've seen anyone talk about this anymore. But this was a big thing back then. I've heard of Genshin. I've heard of Honkai. Okay, so like many of these I have not heard of. Oh, gacha free life in general. Yeah, I've not really played a gacha in a long time. reverse 1999 writing is insane. I don't understand a single word that they're saying. I don't know anything about it. Probs Not Jack says, I know a few into Limbus. Yeah, Limbus D's got them. Are people still playing Honkai Impact 3rd? Didn't they like finish the story or something? Aren't they like, is that game still in service? Also, aren't they ending service for Cinderella Girls? I saw a tweet that was like they're stopping content for it. Cinderella Girls Starlight Stage. Is that game done for? I mean, I've not played it in probably like 7 years at this point, but I did at some point. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes, that was a game. What are some other games, huh? Raid Shadow? Holy frick, Raid Shadow Legends? It's been on the downslope for the past year and a half. Dang. Oh, it was fun though when I used to play. Got a lot of DC Dark Legion. AFK Journey. I have heard of this one. I don't see anyone talk about it, but I've seen people talk. Oh, okay, not seen people talk about it. I've seen videos on YouTube that have been recommended that I have not watched. Raid Shadow Legends, are they streaming right now? No, they're probably gone. Also, no, Himpo, you were here. I was gonna greet you, but I scrolled up and you were in fact here. Arc Knights. Oh yeah, what about that one Manga Time Kirara gacha game? What was that one called? I forgot this existed. This one. When this came out, people were talking about it. I've not seen anything about it, like outside of the first month that it existed. This thing existed, right? What was it called? Kirara Fantasia. You didn't know that existed? Oh yeah, there was a Madoka gacha as well at some point. There's like a lot of gacha games that exist. What is the actual gameplay? I don't even know. All I know is they have characters from everyone's favorite animes. They got Gochi Usa, they got New Game, they got Hidemaru Sketch, they got, is that K-On? Holy frick, that's K-On? They have literally everything. What else could you even want? Dragon Ball Legends? Magia Record? Hamflo did type a message, but it wasn't actually here. Then where did you type it though? It's in a different chat. It's the kind of thing you just find out when you're searching for one of the Kirara series and randomly find the wiki. Yeah, no one talks about it. They killed the Madoka game to make a Honkai Madoka Club. Oh yeah, they did make a new... Oh yeah, there's also like Pokemon... What is it? Pokemon Masters... The unfortunate acronym. Summoner's War. Wuthering Waves. You typed a wave at the start, but immediately had to get back to work. No, I saw that one. I was like, oh yeah, he was... I scrolled up to see it. I think actually one of my coworkers that I used to work with at a previous company did play this one. I don't know if it was this one or if there was like another Final Fantasy gacha game. But he would sometimes show me, he'd be like, oh look, I got the 5-star whatever. I was like, oh that's cool. Oh that's cool. Oh yeah, the 5-star, so true. Imagine being gainfully employed. Imagine being employed. Fire Emblem Heroes. Mario Kart Tour. Oh yeah, that was a game. That game existed. Never heard of this one. Brunch played Dissidia a bunch. Was that another Final Fantasy gacha game? God, Nanto. Neverness to Everness. Literally never heard of those. TCG Pocket. I guess it probably does. It is like a mobile game that a lot of people play. But what about the ones that people care about? Can I name all these? Hold on. No, I can't. I actually cannot name like 20% of these. Dissidia is a fighting game? No, I thought that was something else. Oh, there's a lot. Holy frick. Oh yeah, Girls Frontline, that game exists. Concole, do people still play Concole? That game existed. King's Raid? Is that Memento Mori? Isn't that the Hololive pink girl? One Punch Man World? Snowbreak. I need images though. It can't just be text. We gotta have images. They also made a gacha. Wait, it is a fighting game? 10 best gacha games. Also, I've noticed that they did not put Uma Musume on these. Maybe because it's the English version is too new. Genshin. Infinity Kingdom, never heard of. Black Beacon. Chernobyl. Oh yeah, this was it. This is not. Is this a gacha game? It's like an FPS, right? Infinity Nikki, that was a game. Remember that one? Dissidia is a Gundam-style Final Fantasy fighting game. Also turn-based RPG gacha. What the? Oh, they had multiple things with the same name. Interesting. Wuthering Waves. Limbus Company. Arknights. Reverse. Well, anyway, those are some games. Those are some games that exist. And I will never play any of them. What about the worst gacha games? Worst gacha games 2025. 7 video games with the worst and most predatory gacha. Let's see what the Times of India has to say about this. Fate Go, Valkyrie. Oh, Valkyrie Connect. I did actually, I think a long time ago, I knew people that used to play this game. Like quite a bit. Tower of Fantasy, Idol Heroes, garbage. Tower of God, New World, Genshin. What in your opinion is the worst gacha game? Kiara did a collab. Oh yeah, I think I do remember seeing that one. Evertail. That sounds familiar. Is that the game with the? It's like we are under attack or whatever. Or was that something else? Which one was the game that was like we are under attack? We are freaking under attack. Sino Alice. Wait, I remember seeing this one as well. What was this one? This sounds familiar. Wasn't this one the Yoko Taro gacha game? Am I mistaken? Was this it? No, yeah, it was. It was a past tense. It was a role-playing video game. One Punch Man. Metal Slug. Metal Slug has a gacha game. The heck? They had a gacha game. Metal Slug, dude. 2023 end of service. It's a tower defense game for iOS and Android. There's probably like so many like gacha games that we have never heard of that had like millions of players. You know, we only hear about the big ones. But there's some that people will have spent their entire life savings on. Fate Go. Summoner Wars. My Hero Academia, Strongest Hero. Got a lot of opinions on this. You know, Alice was Yoko Taro's Fairy Tail gacha. Yeah, I think I knew one person who played it. Or at least like when it came out. Also, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Remember that one? I mean, it's not in service anymore, but at some point it was. That was a game that existed. There's a gacha called Flower Night Girl. And I have never heard of it. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts gacha game. Flower Night Girl that I only know because an artist I like did designs for it. Flower Night Girl game. I've never seen this. I have no idea. There's so many games I don't even know. Blue Sky northernlion.bluesky.social. Highest average viewership ever was on his Uma Musume stream. No, that wasn't that. That was on his oh, average viewers. Yes, it was his highest average viewership. He's got it. What the? Hey, get out of here. Is he gonna play it again on Thursday? Is he out there streaming Uma Musume? Is he the new big Uma Musume streamer? Like, guys, I know it's anime, but like his peak, I'm telling you guys, you gotta get on this. Bro, I know they're anime girls, but like they're just, it's so peak. You level up their stats and they run around and sometimes they ult and then like, whoa, and then they go to first place and then it's dopamine. He sold out to Big Horse Girl. He's changed, man. He used to be different, and now he's the same. It's crazy. But you know, good for him. Everyone had to see it. They're like, what the? He's playing a gacha game? He never does this. Is he gonna spend money? You think the next thing we know, you know, he's gonna be spending like thousands of dollars? Guys, I spent thousands of dollars trying to pull for TM Opera or whatever. What's her name? TM Opera, that's a character, right? The Chuni one? I don't know. You know, the entire time I thought the horse's name was Silence Shizuka, but it's actually Silence Suzuka. I don't know why I thought the other one. I think maybe is this like Mandela effect? TM Opera, isn't that the web browser? Trademark, you're telling me they trademarked the opera? You can't do that. Silence. Well, imagine telling your horse to be silent. You're right. Were you also under this impression? Was it like a Mandela effect thing? Am I thinking of someone else? Silence Shizuka. It is Suzuka, but was there a Silence Shizuka? No. Wait. Oh, Shizuka literally means quiet or silent. Is that why? Did I instinctively somehow know that this word also was literally the same word? Well, I guess it is. But I didn't know that. Why did I think it was this? Actually, maybe I did know this. I probably did at some point know this. And then in my head, I was like, oh yeah, those are two words that are the same. Well, but now I know, though. We named all horse girls. We got Gold Ship. We got Lightning McQueen. No, I know, it's Meijiro McQueen. We got, Vodka. That's one of them. We got El Condor Paso. We also have other I don't know. What is the most famous Uma Musume? Which one? Golden Week? No, that's a holiday. Was something week? Something week? Special week? That's what it was, right? I will be learning all the Uma's names. Uma Thurman, right? That's one of them. Tokai Teo. I could not visualize it. I have heard of it. Downtown Skybox? No, that's horse race tests. Is Tokai Teo the race car one? Is that the one? I don't know. I mean, look up all Uma Musume. Oh, can we do? Is there like a sporkle? Okay, try to name all the Uma Musume. Let's go. Can you name all the Uma Musume? No, I can't. I don't know this one. I don't know this one. I've never seen this one. That's I've seen this one. I don't know who it I don't know. This is I've Northern Line rolled for this one, right? I've not seen I've literally never seen. Is this JoJo? I actually don't know. that's Taya. Oh, this is Taiki, right? It's like the cowboy one. Shoot. How do you spell Tai? What is it? This is the cowboy one. Alright, I don't know. I've never seen these. I've seen this one. That's not even a horse. That's literally just. That's like a human. Oh no, okay. It doesn't say that the Uma was. It's like the humans. Welcome, Defins. He did, in fact. I've seen this one. I don't know. They should give. Wait, this is freaking this is Mazinski. What's her name? Something like that. Welcome, Old Man Diabetes. Don't know. Bazinga. This is Gold Ship. It's like the only one that I can get. Is this Ryan? No, hold on. One of these is Ryan. I don't know. Welcome, Metal Deer. I don't know this one. Never seen this one. I don't know this one. I've never seen this one. This is a special week. I knew it. That's the one from the cover. Yeah, there is one called Vodka. I don't know. A lot of them look pretty similar. They got like the brown hair. A lot of them, they have the same. This is El Condor Paso. El Paso Condor. Condor El Paso. What is this? What the heck? El Paso Condor. Is that not it? Condor? What's her name? I thought it was El Condor Paso. I don't know. All of them have to have long hair? Oh, Pasa. Ah, there's Paso. What is this one? What is the horse lore? Is that Fangu? Do horses exist in Horse Game? No, the horse girls are the horses. There's a lot of them that I've never seen. This is Ryan. This is freaking, I don't know the first name. Something Ryan. What the heck? This is Northern Line got this is the current support card that you can roll for. This is Majiro McQueen. What's what? McQueen Majiro? Is this not it? Mejiro? Okay, it's not Major, it's Mejiro. This is Gumi. This is literally Vocaloid Gumi. It's Rudolphi. What? Oh, this is Kumiko from freaking the anime. This is literally Euphonium. Is this Twin Turbo? No. I've seen this one though. That's a nice nature, okay. I don't know these. Yeah, I know it because of Zully. I've seen this one in races. I've seen this. Is this one Vodka? No, this one is... I don't know. Oh, this is TM Opera. Opera TM. What is T.M.opera? TM Opera. Oh. Oh, they got the O at the end. This is Silence Suzuka. I don't know. This one's vodka. I know. Never seen this one. I have seen this one in races. I don't know many of these. It's from Zoe's loading screen. Whoa. There's a lot of these. What the heck? Oh, this is the trainer. What's her name? I don't know. Wait, I've seen this one. I think. I don't know. Oh, wait, this one is the one from the tutorial. I forgot her name. I think if they have a version where like they give you the name and you have to choose the horse, I think I could match some of them. But to name them like without any context, it's kind of hard. I can't really, like these look very similar. Miku horse. Hatsune Miku if she was a horse. Hatsune Miku, like neigh, like the horse sound. I'm sure people have thought about this before. Oh, this is the horse that always loses. Uhara. Something. Welcome, what's a butts? Happy Meek, yes, that's the one. Meek Mill, if he was a horse. I don't know. How are there so many of them? That I've literally... Okay, we've looped back around. I can name 7. There have been 7 that I can name. Now, which one of these is Twin Turbo? Is this one Twin Turbo? No. I don't know. Okay, the ones that I'm aware of. This one, I feel like if I saw the name, I could be like, oh, this one is this one. Right where was Turbo? What? That's Teo. Which one? Tokai Teo. Oh yeah, I know. I know. This one though, I've seen her. Anyway, I guess that's it. That's all the ones I can name. This one is this one not Taiki? Oh, Taiki Shuttle. That's her name. Shuttle. I was missing the shuttle part. Teo, the Vocaloid song. What? Which one is this one? Like the ones that I think I could. This one. What is her name? Bazinski. What is her name? It's something like that, right? Something ski. Bazinga. Bazinski. Twin Turbo has a Bazinga. No, what is her name? Bazingi. Someone has to know this one. This is the one that everyone's like, oh, she's like old or something, right? What's her name? Old Uma Musume. The Uma Musume that makes you old. Which one is the oldest one? Bazinga? Does really no one knows? And every time she shows up on screen, everyone says her name. Like, I don't know who that is. Uma Musume. Oldest. The oldest Uma Musume. Maruzensky. That's what it is. That's not it. Is that not how it's spelled? Welcome, Professor Sapling. Maruzensky? Is that not Maruzensky? Did I spell it wrong? Marzensky? Welcome, Yuyuko. Who is this one? Okay, I'm gonna give up. This is Super Cree. Wait, that's not Super Cree. Wait, which one was Maruzensky then? It's not her. That which one? Fine motion. Hold on. It's not her. Which one was... Oh, this is Maruzensky. What? They look so similar. Okay, like compare this one to this one. Don't they look like... They're like almost the same. Like if her hair was tied up, she would look like this. It's literally the same character. Anyway, I guess not. Maruzensky, that's the lady who had an affair with President Clinton. I don't even... That's, I get it. Monica Lewinsky. You know, +2. That one does match. I'm going to drink water now. Okay, which one? Uma Musume Twin Turbo. Oh, that's Twin Turbo. Yeah, okay, I've seen it. That's the one who I was like, oh, I know that one. Anyway, I'm gonna drink water. Alright. I have successfully hydrated. Anyway. What else is going on? What else is happening out there besides Uma Musume? Is there even anything of significance? I should rewatch season 2 of Uma Musume. Freedom Day, July 4th. The 4th of July. Is anyone doing anything for July 4th? Well, there's Anime Expo, right? There's people going to Anime Expo. Choco Jackson's going. Yeah, Canada Day was yesterday. That's why NL was not streaming. They were going to AX. I hope you have a good time. Isn't it going to be like really hot? I'm just going to assume because, you know, July 4th, I do assume that it is quite hot. Welcome, Nutritious. Can they do anime conventions on July 4th? Is that allowed? Yes. That is in fact allowed, and it is, I guess, convenient because it's like a 3-day weekend. Looking at temperatures, and it's shockingly not terrible. Maybe. You should fry some sausages on Friday. Well, I'll be streaming, most likely, so... I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I could like pixel art some sausages. Saturday, but Saturday is like after July 4th. Is it the 4th of July? Yes, that is going to be on Friday. Do you all say July 4th or the 4th of July? I feel like I'm more likely to say July 4th. But when I say it, people do say, oh yeah, the 4th of July. Barbecue games. I don't know, man. The latter, the 4th of July. I'm not from US, but I might eat hot dogs in sympathy. Could totally do it. You could do it right now. The 4th of July is more fun to say. Maybe. What about Julie? Julie 4. Julie 4th. Well, there's a freaking meteorite right here. It's crazy. Where? Why can't I fish it? Okay, I have in fact fished it. It's being fished right now. I can fire up a sparkler. Thoughts? You can feel free to do it if you want. If you really want to, nothing is stopping you besides maybe like laws. Perhaps, I don't know. What are the regulations around fireworks in your region? Because I believe they are technically illegal to do around here, but people do it anyway. I don't know about sparklers specifically. I would assume sparklers are fine. All mortars have been banned. Mordor? Isn't that the frickin' Lord of the Rings? I would hope that they would ban them. I thought Mordor was like pretty dangerous. Is that tier 1 firework? Is that like... Isn't it confusing when there's like... When tiers have like tier 1 is the like the best one versus the lowest one? It really depends, right? Some things have tier 1 as like the lowest, but some have it as the highest. But I will assume you mean it's like the lowest. A tier. S tier. Tier 1. Tier 2. Like, you know, on Twitch, tier 1 subs, that's like the lowest tier. Tier 3 subs, that is the maximum tier. But then, you know, you got other systems that I can't really think of at the moment. Surely there are some. There are some that's like tier 1, that's like the best one. Welcome pork foo. But yeah, that's a thing. Those are things that exist. Classes, apparently class 1. Jugen Furwork. So true. They do in fact sound like English words. Furwork? I sure hope it does. Alright guys. So true, Wolfie. So true. Alright, let me check my notes. What else do I have? It's talking about. No, there's nothing. I literally have nothing else to talk about. There's nothing. It's hot. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. The weather. How could I forget? It was raining yesterday. And then it stopped raining today. And it was quite hot. Fire hot. It sure is, right? If you can name things that are hot, fire, that would be one of them. Some might even say it's super hot. Super hot. Super hot fire. Remember that guy? That's the guy who's not a rapper. I remember. Yeah, but that's it. I bought cornflakes and ate them with oat milk and frozen fruit. But which fruit though? Which fruit specifically? Any car drivers in chat know the pain of evergreen sap all over the windshield? If you don't park under the tree, the car melts everything inside of it. I can't relate. I do not have a car. Imagine having what the amazing. Look at this art out here. Amazing. That's me. That's literally me right there. Thank you. Thank you for drawing me. Welcome Classic Carabel. Whoa, that's him, this wolf right there. Yeah, evergreens, that's just a type of tree. Obviously. Anyone have a tree? Is anyone aware of trees? Treason? Whoa, what the treason? I can't believe this. I don't know, man. What is there? Do you ever go on evening or night walks? Nope. That is not a thing that I do. Although there have been times when, like, after work, this was a long time ago, I would sometimes go for a walk. And I guess, like, it is at winter time, it's like after 5 p.m. and it's dark outside. So, like, in those times, I guess it would count as an evening walk. But I don't do them anymore. And I mean, like, farther than I need to go, you know? Obviously, I have to, like, walk from the train station to home. There were times when I would walk farther. I would, like, walk around my home and then continue to walk. Welcome, cow friend. Trees in. No, trees are outside. Yeah, but the trees are in. Maybe not indoors, but they're in some ways. Treason. Has anyone here committed treason? What's your favorite crime that you've committed? What's your favorite thing that you've stolen? If you could name it. Yo, cow friend is here. Welcome. Tree son. There's an entire family. Obviously. Where do you think they come from? They gotta have parents, right? Tree son, tree daughter. You stole a hairband from your cousin? What the? Do they know that? Did they know it was you? Do you think they would forgive you? You're like, oh no, this was like 10 years ago. And then they're like, I actually needed it for something really important. I did not know that you stole it from me. You're committing treason right now, but what specifically? Stole a couple pens. Exceeded the speed limit. I didn't expect people to actually name crimes they've committed. I thought it would just be like, haha, of course we're not going to answer that. For legal reasons, we're not going to answer that. But you are actually answering things. But you could have just made them up, you know? It might not have been real. It looked cuter on my Eevee figure than on her. I do not regret. Does she agree with this? Does she know? Is she aware I jaywalked once? I mean, I guess I have as well. Like, technically, jaywalking was not legal in New York until, like, a few years ago, which is surprising to me because everyone did it. Like, I could have sworn it was legal. I guess it's just one of those things that everyone does. Including, you know, you could literally jaywalk in front of a police officer and they would not care. But it was officially made legal, I think, last year or 2 years ago. Maybe it was this year, I don't know. That led a lot of people to be like, oh, I did not actually know that it was a crime. It's one of those things that, like, I assume was legal in New York. Because I remember specifically, when I would, like, visit New Jersey with some friends, and then we were, like, once we left the train station, we could literally, like, walk over to the next street. But then I was like, but wait, we can't cross. Even though there's no cars here, I'm pretty sure it's not legal. So we actually walked all the way across to the crosswalk and then crossed over and then walked back. I don't know. That is a weird thing to legalize. Is it though? It's because everyone was already doing it. So like, you know, like why punish people when literally anyone could do it? I think the excuse was like, if police wanted to arrest someone, they would like target specific people, and then they'd be like, oh, actually, oh, you know, you were jaywalking. Oh no, okay, we have to fine you now. They're just looking for a reason to punish people they didn't like. Specifically, marginalized groups. They could install more crosswalks, yeah, but then, like, I don't know. It would affect traffic flow. I remember reading things on the internet saying jaywalking was East Coast culture and super illegal in the West. Yeah, try jaywalking in California. Would not recommend. You would literally die from cars. I even try walking normally on the street. If you try walking normally, like in California, like to cross the street, people still look at you weird because no one does that. Everyone is just in their cars. They're like, what the? There's a person crossing the street? I've never seen this. And then they honk at you. You're gonna try today. You might die though. Because they're not prepared to see people actually walking around outside. Like if you're not in a car, like they don't acknowledge you as like a real person. Which is kind of messed up, honestly. This guy's using his legs. Why would he be doing this, man? It's also really dangerous. Like, if you're in California, all of the crossings, they have like 5 lanes of traffic. And like by the time the light is done, it's like it's barely even enough time. What do you mean Californians don't have 4 wheels permanently installed on their body? What are they even doing? Welcome, Tag Barrel. That's a reference to something that I've heard before. I don't actually know what it is, but I've heard it. They even have cute anime mascots for their subway. Oh yeah, the BART. The Bay Area Rapid Transit. That collabed with Doobie, the VTuber. There's a guy at the airport wearing so much One Piece merch. You should be like, oh, cool. The One Piece is real. What if you went up to him and said the One Piece is real? And he'd be like, so true, so true. Do you think he would cringe at you? Do you think he hears that often? It may or not be from CA. I drive only once a month or so. Well, I can't trust you then. You said you may or may not be. So like, I don't know what to make of that. Isn't that a strange thing though? May or may not be. Like, that's literally anything. Why is that a phrase that people say? May or may, like does it imply that it's more likely that it may be? Is that the thing? Bart Simpson. Yeah, the Bart Transit. Bark Bart. I feel 80% chance of cringe. I mean, there's like a 20% chance of it not being cringe. What if you went up to them and said, One Piece, I don't know. Yeah, what if you said that? What if you just went up to them and said, One Piece, I don't know. Do you think they would laugh? It implies that it is and you're trying to humble brag. I don't think that's the intent of may or may not. I believe it's just there to give plausible deniability. There was a bag that had the little One Piece skull on the suitcase. Almost wanted to ask the guy if it was his, but I let it pass us. What if it wasn't though? What if it was someone else? One Piece. One Punch Man? Guy who confuses One Piece for One Punch Man? Yo, I love One Punch. Yo, this One Punch Man? I love that. Love that show. It's crazy. Yeah, the One Punch is real. Welcome, Royal ZK. If code real, why boom? No one can really say for sure. If I'm being honest, no one really understands. Boom. No one even said that was the code. What if I just wanted to pin a message that said boom? Have you thought about this? Boom. Oh no, they're gone. They've left. This is where they used to stand. You will be remembered. Thank you for stopping by. Isn't it messed up? No one plays this game anymore. Yesterday, Becky she was playing this, and like I was in the office, so I could not join. It was actually messed up. It's like, bro, the one time someone I follow actually plays this game, I can't join. literally crying. I passed us a second time and he got it was indeed his. Well, now you know. Back ended before I could stop into. It's messed up, man. Like, I cannot name, like, the last time I saw someone else playing this game besides yesterday. Like, have you seen anyone else play this game, like, in the past, like, 6 months? I don't think so. I think it's just me. Like, the last time I think I could even name was, like, when Min Costello played it. And that was, like, around when the game first came out. Is there even anyone else? I don't know. Yes. Myself? I wasn't even there for that. I didn't even see it. There's probably some other people. I don't know. The game was popping for 2 weeks, yeah, and then they stopped updating it. I feel like if the developer continued updating it, you could still see some people playing it. I think it's the fact that they've like completely abandoned it. I played it a couple times with another streamer last month. Do I know this streamer? It's just hackers joining though. Yeah. Isn't it kind of sad though? People like, they're just like, oh, check it, I'm gonna join a lobby and then hack in it. I don't think so. What? But what if I did know? I wish there was more fish rather than sparkly just something salmon. What is that word? 5-star salmon. 7-star salmon. I don't think he expected such a huge boost though. Yeah, but like, I don't know. What if he's planning a big update? What if he was like, hey everyone, a new update, we have new thing. Oh, new things. What else could they even add that would get people to play this again? Seasons? If they had like an autumn mode, a winter mode. 7-star salmon? Someone gave me permanent rain? Oh, like a hacker? I see. That's what you meant. Yeah, he's totally... I'm gonna make a new game, okay? I've been talking about this for months. I'm gonna make the next web fishing. Probably not. Well, what if I did, huh? What if I did, and then everyone played it? And then we're like, oh, I sure am glad that Wolfie made a fishing game. I don't know. It seems like a lot of effort, though. I feel like I can't talk today for some reason. Make new web fishing back to catch and release? No, because like VR is a lot of time to set up VR. If your game blew up, how long would you keep updating it? I don't know, until I got bored. It really depends, you know? I don't know. I feel like everything you make becomes a pillar of the internet. That's not necessarily true. There's things that have not become a pillar of the internet. Such as Vacuous Sugar Quest. I mean, okay, it's a pillar of a small community of speedrunners. Welcome, Liquid Cake. XK, that's the one with the building blocks, right? The one where it's like, guy maintains software library in his spare time. Yep, I knew it. Is the only one I could think of that was relevant in this context. It's too early. What if I made a gacha game? What if I made a paid gacha game with a stamina system and charge real money? And then everyone got it. What if Kaguya Table, but with in-game transactions? Also, did I welcome you, Liquid Cake? I read your message. I don't know if I greeted you. Raid Finder was a pillar. It was, yes. It did. Oh no, I greeted you. Oh, I didn't greet you twice. I just asked you a second time. Well, I guess the first time. Whether I greeted you. Akari bot, that was a thing. What if I had like an internet resume? You know, people could consult the list and be like, oh shoot, he worked on this thing. Oh, that's crazy. You're telling me the guy who did this thing also did this thing? What are the chances? You're telling me this guy also made Animal Crossing webcomic from back in the day that no one read? Internet resume, ain't that a link tree? No, link tree is just a list to like your other websites. A resume would list like your accomplishments. It'd be like, I worked on this project. I worked on this game. I worked on this set of animations and it popularized blah blah blah. I didn't know that one. Very few people did. It was back when I was like 13. I might even have been like 12 at the time. It's a long time ago. And that's how I started off on the internet. Just made a bunch of web comics. I had a Mario sprite comic back when those were popular. Accomplishments, more like things I worked on to remain employed. No, this has nothing to do with employment though. It's just like things I did for fun. The internet resumes is based on the video essays made about me. Have there been video essays made about me? I don't think so. I don't think that's a thing. There was one. Which one was it? That I had the Luigi guy. I didn't actually watch it. What was it? That's one. I don't know. I mean, there've been Wikipedia articles, not like the real Wikipedia article, but like some like. There's two of them. There's like the, was it Namu Wiki? Is that a thing? Is this the website? Can I search? Is this website? What the? I'm banned? Oh, it's because of my, I'm on VPN. So I guess I can't show you. History of the Walrus community? Yeah, but that's like, it's like a sub-community. That's like, it's not about me. Hate to admit this because the weather usually sucks here, but it's kind of nice. 69. That's like literally the nice temperature. History of the Walrus community. You could have been in that one if you took the interview. Why would I accept an interview? That's... Imagine accepting interviews from people. Hey, what was your opinion on this thing? Oh, I don't know. I thought it was cool. I would give like the least interesting answers. You know, hey Wolfie, when you created this thing, what was your thought process? Yeah, I don't remember. It was like 20 years ago. And then people will be like, why does he not care? Doesn't he know that something something? It seems like he hates his fans. Stuff like that. I can see that exactly. Like, how am I supposed to answer? If someone were to, you know, if they're like, oh, I want to interview you about this thing, like, would you be like, sure? And then they ask you and you're like, I don't know. That was the thing, I guess. He hates us? No. You can sit in the chair in the dark room and have a cool Darth Vader voice changer. True. It could be like, these voices have been modified to protect the identity of the people being interviewed. That's most movie stars when they make a dumb movie for the money. It's like, what's your opinion when you were directing this movie? What was your thought process? Oh yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to make money. Okay, when you designed this character, what was the significance around blah blah blah? Oh yeah, I don't know, they just said it would be good to have that, so I put that in there. What's a creative process? I don't know, I just do it. Yeah, that's how it goes. Actually, some people do get upset when like when you have like a interview about like creative process. specifically about like art styles and like, oh yeah, what is your thought process? How do you do this art thing? What's your in progress thing? I remember one time I saw like I think Pixiv does these like interviews with artists sometimes, and then they like go over their process. They ask some questions like, oh yeah, how do you set the colors? How do you do this thing? I think there was like one stream where like Namiya, the artist, she like was explaining how she did things, and she was kind of like, I don't really know, I kind of just like choose colors and it looks nice. And then I saw some people in the comments that were like, this doesn't really help. These interviews are usually informative, but you seem like you're just vague about things. You didn't really explain. I didn't really understand anything about your thought process. Like, people do actually get mad about that kind of stuff, which is surprising to me. I'm like, I don't know. She's literally like showing her process. I don't know. Not everyone can like explain. You're like, oh, I choose a hue and saturation based on, you know, 30% above this value. I look at the color graph and do this thing. It's kind of just like vibes, you know? I just happened to think it would look nice, and then it did. I take an interview on some of the things I've done at work, maybe. Quite enjoy yapping about that. You could totally do it. So what was your thought process around liquid, cake, and one? People hate when good stuff is made by instinct. Yeah, they have to have, like, an explanation. They're like, whoa, what the? Is that your original character? What is this one? What is this? Is this, Cuphead? I don't know. What is this? What does that say? Hashtag kind of inspiring. So true. So true out there. Ask Usain Bolt how he beat the 100-meter record. I just tried really hard and did it. Yeah, actually, they're honestly like, you know, like when there's like an esport event or like some kind of like competition, and then like the winner gets interviewed. Those interviews are never interesting. It's always like, oh yeah, what was your thought process going into that race? You're like, I don't know, just stay focused, and they have to give like some generic answer. There's never something like, oh yeah, I actually, before every race, I do blah blah blah. It's always just like, oh yeah, I just try to like stay focused, make sure that my head is in the game, and you know, believe in the people that trained me or whatever. It's like literally like every answer is like the same thing. Like, do you really hope to get any insight from that? Oh yeah, when you were facing against your rival team, what was your thought process? Were you like stressed at all? Like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, it was like pretty hard, you know, because our teams, we trained really hard, and you know, I believe that our team trained hard enough, despite our challenges, we were able to overcome. It's like whatever. You could literally like AI generate an answer to that. Oh, I was dribbling the ball and then I put it in the net and I got points. That's it. The cutest are when they say stuff like, I thought of my mom. Yeah, well, things like that are like pretty rare though. It's usually just some generic thing. Before every race I watch Wolfie streams. So true. You're like, what is your creative process behind this thing? When you wrote this thing, what was your inspiration? You're like, I don't know, I just felt like doing it. I just thought it'd be cool, you know? Thought of my Oshi. That would be interesting. If you interview like some like sports athlete, and you're like, what was your thought process going into that game? I know your rival team has been like a really, you know, they've been pushing really hard, and you know, they've got a lot of points. Like, oh yeah, when I go out into the field, I think of my favorite VTuber, Sameko Saba. She literally debuted. You should check her out. Now that would be an interesting interview. It's always something generic though. Inspiration was $50 million. Yeah, it was in a dream. Welcome, Carp. What was your inspiration? Yeah. It was, actually, no, there are like some like, you know, like those fighting game tournaments where like the winner wears like a hoodie of their favorite like Hololive VTuber or whatever. Those were interesting though. Yeah, I was thinking of that with the Mio hoodie guy. Like those interviews probably were interesting. Everyone else just gives like a generic answer. And he was like, "Oh, actually, yeah. When I I dedicate this win to my favorite VTuber." And then everyone looks them up, and they get super popular. Evo moment 38. Literally so true. Just be a showman. Showman. That was the only notable instance of that I can remember. There probably were other ones. But that is also the only one I can think of. I'm pretty sure there have been at least some other ones, right? Probably. There were like some smaller incidents of that. But also related to Hololive. Wasn't there like a Suisse fan that like won some tournament or something? Something like that. Mio hoodie guy debuted as a VTuber. Classic. Wait, can we look this up? Esports winners who are VTuber fans. No, this is these search results are not good. What do I even search? I don't even know. Hololive fan wins fighting game tournament. This is all gonna be about the Mio guy, right? Yeah, Mio. Botan. Oh yeah, there's like a Botan fan or something. Search coordinate fighting game tournament win. No, this is a different thing. I don't know. There was probably something. Street Fighter. Welcome Blinded Eye. Made it to third in a side tournament wearing primarily Finana merch. Very nice. I think there was a guy who won a fighting game tournament and then died. What the? Like immediately? Like on stream? Like during the tournament? There's some game directors that at their favorite VTuber. I wonder which one that could be. Is it Death Stranding? This is the Mio hoodie. Well, I know. But like we're like thinking of other ones though. There surely have been other ones. Wasn't there like a Suisse fan who won something? I spelled it wrong. Suisse. Suisse fan win game tournament. What's going on here? Where DuckDuckGo? What are you doing? No, I guess that's not a thing. Am I misremembering? I'm pretty sure there was something. There's the Doom thing that got referenced. Coordinate. Oh yeah, there's like Doog. Instead of Doom, it was Doog. I remember. You know, there were other ones. VTuber fan wins esports tournament. Nope. Choco J Doog. I don't think I'm aware of that Doom thing. That was a thing. That was a thing. Doog. They don't even have like the logo in there. What are they doing? Where was it? It was this Doog Eternal. Right there. Have ever tried Ask Grok? I have never asked Grok. I actually muted Grok. But it still shows me people that are mentioning Grok. I wish there was a way to mute all mentions of Grok. But I don't think it's there. Actually, there probably is a way. There's a VTuber who became the spokesperson for Yakuza? Like the real Yakuza or like the video game? Okay, I guess given that you didn't say the Yakuza, I will assume that it is the video game. Wouldn't that be funny though if they had like a spokesperson VTuber like as the real Yakuza? It was this thing, DJ Ando M. Do you need a GPT for Twitch so we can do fact checks? I would not trust GPT for this kind of stuff. Also, welcome Yurga. Alright, what is this? Looking forward to seeing him. Hope you, someone died. Someone passed away due to heart failure. Went to Evo, got 7th at Idol Showdown. Dang, I did not hear about this. Well, I simply did not know. But now I do know. Are there other instances of VTuber fans winning significant things? You're like, oh, actually, the guy who did this thing was something. I asked Grok when next dev stream. Grok said tomorrow. I guess depending on your time zone, it could be tomorrow. But for me, it'll be on Friday. I haven't been into fighting games for a while. I've never really been into fighting games. But okay, but like what about other, like maybe not like sporting event wins, but like, you know, like other instances of game developers being VTuber fans? Is that like a thing? Like besides the Doom thing? Ekum Bokum? Wait, remember when Ekum Bokum was first popular? And then Grant Kirkhope, the composer of those songs, like started tweeting about Corona? That was a thing. I guess it was not directly that way, because like he was not aware for before Ekum Bokum became popular. So I guess that is slightly different. What? Or like, you know, when Casey Edwards did Gargura's final song, that was a thing, right? That's also not exactly the same thing, but like kind of related. The Outer Wilds programmer who would super chat everyone who played. I know that guy actually. Back from the Toho days. It's cool though. He is in fact a VTuber fan. Whoa. Outer Wilds programmer is pretty cool, right? We knew him. I don't know why I said past tense, but I guess, I don't know, I don't talk to him, but yeah, we were in the same like Toho Twitter community at some point. I know. Rip Outer Wilds programmer. He was a cool guy. Did he pass away? Saw him at Offkai, actually hung with. That's nice. What about Anime Expo? What about all the people going to AX? Anyway. Do you think there will be someone who names like a scientific discovery after a VTuber? Or do you think that already happened? It's like how someone named like a protein after Derma or something. Like has someone done that for VTubers? Like which one has it happened? Like can you name the specific thing? Coronary ejection event? I bet there's a VTuber star. Yeah, but like that's not really a thing. You could like people that sell star names, that's like, isn't that like a scam? There's some stuff named after Sonic and Pikachu. Yes, that is in fact a thing. Never saw evidence for the Germa microbiology thing, but I thought it was real. I thought it was a real thing. It meant one that was, oh, a star that was discovered? Maybe. Naming your kids VTuber names? Yeah, Amelia. Whoa, dude, let's name my child Amelia. And then people think, oh, that's like a normal name. But then, you know, people were like, whoa, what the Amelia? Amelia Watson? Well, that's crazy. It's crazy. Naming your kids Uma Musume? Yeah, not even naming them after the Uma Musume horses, just naming them Uma Musume. Hey, this is my son, Uma Musume. Whoa, what does that mean? I don't know, I just thought it sounded cool. La plus darkness, so true. Duberson. I remember there was a math paper by a Haruhi fan. That was like the thing that was like, oh, anonymous 4chan user solves a famous equation that has been unsolved for years or whatever. That was the Haruhi thing. Very, very set on naming a theoretical kid either Alice or Patchouli. Now, Alice would be reasonable. I feel like if you name your child Patchouli, they would be bullied. Because that is not like a regular name to name someone. There's a bunch of species named after video games, a bunch of Pokemon. Wait, what? What is this? Nope.avi. What is this thing? Pikachu? Any fans of Pikachu? Hold on, can we like look up scientific discoveries named after YouTubers? It's a common flower, is it though? I would have expected for there to be more results for this. Scientific discoveries named after streamers. List of unusual biological names. Diablo. Poltergeist? I see. My brother wanted to name his kid Luna, and I was laughing, thinking of Himamori Luna. Yeah, well, like Luna, that's like a pretty okay name, I guess. That's like the code name that they give to Northernline's daughter. Because they're not gonna say her real name on stream, so everyone calls her Luna. Yeah, Luna is like a real name. Elmo? Hedgehog, yeah, Hedgehog, Sonic Hedgehog. that's the thing. Sonic Hedgehog protein. There's some Nintendo protein that they had to rename since it was associated with butt cancer. Yeah, what if someone like discovers like the worst protein ever? One that like is responsible for like killing people. And then they named it after their favorite streamer. Like, yo, and then now everyone who has the disease is like, frick man, I hate the whatever disease. And then everyone hates you. Is there a way to search how many people have a name in the world? Yes. There are websites for that. What else is there? Makes caterpillars floppy? What is this? Photor habdus luminescence? It produces a proteic toxin through the expression of a single gene called makes caterpillars floppy. MCF, also known as the MCF toxin. I feel like I can't talk anymore. I will name this deadly virus after my Oshi because I want her to go viral. So true. The moron gene. Pokemon. Wait, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one that I guess was named after like whatever. They had to rename it. The Pokemon gene. Oh yeah, and they had Pikachu Rin. Thanks for stopping by, Kari Karapunko. Slingshot homolog. Makes caterpillars floppy sounds like the description for a weather in the One Toho fighter. Oh, I remember that one. What else? What else is there? Controversies. Species. Oh yeah, Boops Boops. You all know about Boops Boops? School of Bogus off the coast of Greece. Boops Boop. Crikey, Steve, or Winnie. It's a species of air-breathing land snail. Crikey, Steve, or Winnie. Named after Steve Irwin. That's crazy. Gorilla. Oh yeah, Hot Wheels Sisyphus. Who could? Oh, that's a spider. Maybe you don't want to see that. There is a spider named Hot Wheels Sisyphus. Pingus rigida. Funny Valentine. Brother moth. What the? Do you see it? Are you seeing this? A species of fish relative to shallow tropical waters. Mountain chicken. Mountain chicken. I prefer when the names are something descriptive though and not just a reference. The Trump bug actually looks like Trump. Oh, I have not even seen that. Hope no one names their kid Tertus Maximus. Batman moth. Southern old lady moth. It kind of does look like an old lady. Laugher. Joker moth. Dinosaurus. Anyway, those are some things. Pop culture references in scientific naming. Well. Anyway, why are we talking about this? What else were we talking about? Science. What's the deal with science, guys? Trump moth has blonde scales that look like Trump's haircut. Oh, that guy. Oh, that president of the United States of America. So what is this? Is that Girls Last Tour? Are these frickin' Girls Last Tour? Is that Dawn Girls Last Tour? It is. Very nice. What is this one? Is that a dog? Girls Last Tour, good wholesome anime. I did watch it. It is a dog. Good times. Classic times out here on web fishing. Everyone knows and loves web fishing. I enjoyed that show also. Oh wait, do you all remember there's like a trending Twitter thing where people, there was like a spreadsheet of anime. You would fill out which ones you watched. I filled it out and I did not post it, but I was like, man, I totally like dropped off from watching anime. But they didn't include like all the subgenres of anime that I typically watch. There was not like that much slice of life stuff in there. There's a lot of like popular things. Here is this one. These are the ones that I've watched. It also helps if the names are descriptive instead of referential. In case history changes people's appreciation. Yes, that was also a thing. Is that it's like how Kesha's song TikTok did not age well because she mentions Diddy. What is the name for this? It's right there. Anime Sedai. Anyway, these are the ones that I've seen. And you'll note that it drops off significantly after like 2018. And that the only one that I've watched is Bocchi the Rock. But you know, back here we had some games. And why did I say games when I meant anime? I don't know. I thought you were gonna say because of TikTok. Nope. That is but also yes, people do think of TikTok the website. Does Watch Me and Finish? I don't know. It's up to you. Some of these I think I've only watched like a few episodes of and I didn't actually finish, but I counted them. Maybe if you watch more than like 3 episodes, it would count. Because like I didn't finish watching K-On, but I did watch like enough of it that I would consider checking it on the list. Anyway, that is my list of things. I've always wondered if Nintendo will quietly retire Diddy Kong because of name or if he will persevere. I don't know, I feel like they're keeping him. I don't know. So when people think of Diddy Kong, I don't think they're thinking of the other guy. I don't know, maybe that's not true. Yeah, Lucky Star was on there. I did not watch Clannad, but I do know it was very popular at the time. Anyway, imagine watching anime. I don't even know what's airing anymore. I feel like I don't really see that many people on my timeline tweeting about anime. It's all about VTubers now. Also, I forgot to read a message. Liquid Cake said, I barely watch anime anymore. It's partially my fault. It's because of VTubers. Watching streamers. I think Diddy Kong predates P. Diddy. Probably true, perhaps. VTubers, yeah. I mean, I stopped watching anime before VTubers even. But especially now, I don't think I would really have the time to watch anime. Well, that's not true. I do have the time. I just would rather not watch anime. What is everyone's top 3 anime? Aikatsu. And that's it. I don't know what else. I can't think of any other series. What else would I even put on there? I don't even know. Lucky Star had way more traction than it deserved. Only that Lucky Channel sequence was in any way entertaining. No, but it was like Seinfeld. If it was about anime girls. I watched 149 episodes of Hunter x Hunter in the last month or somehow. This is where you go, Wolfie, you don't pronounce the X, bro. He said Hunter x Hunter. I'm gonna have some people really upset. I thought Lucky Star was fine. But I feel like back then there were like not as many options for things to watch. It's like if Kyoto Animation released something, it's like pretty much guaranteed, like, oh yeah, they made some anime I enjoyed, I'm gonna watch that. And that's how it was. I'd watch everything that KyoAni released. You know, they got Haruhi, they got Lucky Star, they had freaking other, what else did they have? I don't know. Magi Brilliant Park, remember that one? Others. Various things. Welcome Nano Lather. Yes, you may fish if you want. Thank you for the 10 months. A lot of key series. Yeah, those were in fact popular. Air, remember Air? Cannon? Clannad? Others. Saturn, who's that? I don't know what that is. Is that you? No, because your name in game is Nano Lather. Surely it would not be Saturn. Oh, it is you. Is it you? Can you confirm that it's you? Make a new... It's not you? Okay, then I don't know who it is. Arrows would put them on the map prior to Haruhi. Oh, I see. You're breathing air, right? Air, the anime known as Air? Whoa. That's crazy. Tamako Market. Remember that one? Remember Nichijou? Can't watch Air? Remember Airman from Mega Man? Remember Nico Nico? Remember other things? I've watched 93 of 227 anime. One from the last 2 years. How many did I have? I don't even remember. Cannot defeat him. Was Airman even that hard though? Or was it just the song? Did they give people a false sense of security? Or not security, but like danger? Billy Harrington? I remember. Crashman. Airman wasn't bad. Airman. Oh, I should drink water. It is 7 p.m. Alright. I have hydrated. Crashman. Which one was Crashman? Crashman. Oh, this guy. Why was he not called Drill Man? What was so crash about him? Remember this guy? Cut Man? Yeah, why is he called Crashman? Gutsman. Why was Crashman called Crashman? He shoots crash bombs? What? But were the bombs not named after him being named Crashman though? The Crash Bomber. Well, I don't know. Whatever. Kung Fu Cutman. Crashman. Crashman. Isn't that the Bandicoot? Crash Mandicoot. That's a guy. Flashman. The word sounds cool and violent. It is pretty violent. Crashing. That's crazy. Crashed Man. Rockman. Remember, what if he was never named Mega Man? What if in the West he was always known as Rockman? Think of how different history would be. It would be like, whoa, that's Rockman. Whoa, dude. That's the man made of rocks. But he's not made of rocks. Was he named Rockman because of the music genre? I will assume so. Because they did have like bass and forte. Or bass? Was it bass or bass? Oh, rock and roll. Okay, that makes more sense. What were they thinking? Mega Man? They've ruined the entire naming scheme. Sonic 2 Beta had a stage called Genocide City Zone because they vaguely knew the word sounded dangerous, but eventually someone convinced them to name the stage that. Classic. Yeah, music. What if Lava Man but breath underwater? Lava Man? I sure hope so. Haha. This is at least 3/4 episodes. I will believe that there were many things. Welcome, Bunana VT. I don't know how I got here. I also don't know how you got here, but welcome. A random Rockman topic. Hey, it was a random. There was some context, probably. I don't know exactly how, but surely it came up in conversation. It's about Nico Nico somehow. How did we get to this topic? Nico Nico, how did I start talking about Nico Nico? I don't know. Real, so true, because it is a fishing game. Fished banana. Aren't you glad? The cursed feeling of simply not remembering what I actually watched. I don't know, if you had to name every anime you've watched, do you think you could do it? Probably not. Without consulting a website. I guess it would depend on the time limit. If you could name every stream you've ever watched, could you name every VTuber you've watched? I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could name every VTuber I've watched. Even for like, you know, for one stream even. I can name all VTuber I'm banned from. Can you name them? I would like to know. I don't remember names. Every VTuber, absolutely not, with all the rating. Okay, but like VTubers that you've watched like at least an hour of. If it was just like if you watched them for like 5 minutes because someone rated into them, maybe that wouldn't count. But like, you know, someone that you specifically like followed and or watched their stream. I don't know. If you show me a picture of a VTuber in all their iterations, I can probably tell you if I watched them or not. You couldn't do it. If I don't like the streamer, in the first 5 seconds I click off. It's terrible but true. I mean, it's like, it's valid. You can't be watching like every streamer. There's already so many out there. Like nowadays, I've talked about this. For nowadays, if I don't really follow people as much as I used to. It used to be like I would be so desperate to find someone new to watch that I would like, you know, someone I follow would rate someone and I would follow them and then I would watch them. And nowadays it's kind of just like I've had enough people. I actually started watching because I wanted to collect them all and found out the hard way that there's a 1K follower. I thought it was 2,000. And know we've had at least one other person here who has hit the follow limit of streamers you can follow on Twitch. If don't follow, how support small? I mean, like, you're not obligated to. Yeah, Namai hit the limit on Twitch. I believe it is 2,000. That is quite the large amount, though. Okay, what the? Can't believe this. Why would they do that? If it's 2K that I'm cooked. I can't believe this. That's like so many people though. Like, there's so many people that I followed and like I intended on watching their streams but like never actually got to it. Like I see them live and I go, I'm sure they're an entertaining streamer. Surely I followed them for some reason. But like another streamer I watch is streaming, so I'm gonna watch them instead. And then I just, you know, that's just how it goes. I'm sure there are also many people that follow this channel thinking, oh yeah, surely I'll watch him someday. I never actually got around to it. Which is fine, because I've done the same. Went and did a massive purge of my list / subs. Dang. Is it channels that you have not watched in a long time? Was it like, oh hey, I remember this guy? There's this probably like a lot of channels that I follow that don't stream anymore. There have been cases where like sometimes I would just think, hey, I haven't seen this person stream in a while. And then like I click on their channel and then like I check their Twitter and it turns out that they've graduated or something. Or like they've gone on hiatus. It has happened a few times. But I was just like, oh yeah, I haven't seen this person live. But I wonder what they've been up to. Latest tweet like, sorry, you have to go on hiatus for various personal reasons, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh no, that's why they haven't been streaming. I had no idea. I really only open Twitch during work hours. Does your workplace know about this? Are they aware that you're watching the streams on valuable company time? There's some weight to the decision of unfollowing. It's like saying I will never watch you again. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's that big a deal. I did this to NL in 2019. You did. You unfollowed him? Cancel this man. Why would you unfollow the funniest streamer? Northern Lion. Unbelievable. You're not that good at moving on. Well, that's fine. Unsubscribe and unfollow? Bro, what did he do? What did he do to you, man? I mean, it's fine though. People have reasons. They don't always need to be justified. Just didn't vibe with his humor. But what about now? What about now that he's played Uma Musume? His blue collar work I can watch while doing it. Is it like security guard stuff? Because I was told that security guards, a lot of times, especially if you work the night shift, there's like nothing going on usually. So a lot of security guards just like watch like YouTube videos and streams. Who's Dan Giesling? The guy from Survivor, who is also a streamer. Was it during the Team Unity Tuesdays era? Huh? The guy from Survivor. No, not Survivor. What is it? It's Big Brother, sorry. I named the wrong reality show. It's a paid internship for trade work. So I'm more listening than watching. That makes sense. No, it was not Survivor. I named the wrong show. I don't know anything about Joe Rogan. I don't know why he's famous. All I know is that he has a podcast. I don't know. He might have been on it. Joe Rogan? Isn't that the Indian dish that is like lamb? He was on some reality show. I don't know. Is that why he's famous? Because he was on some show. But anyway. Rogan Josh? No, that's Joe Rogan. It's totally the same thing. Josh Rogan. Steve from Minecraft. Most VTubers I watch stream late, so I can relax during company time. Only a few notable exceptions. Fear Factor. I forgot that show existed. Is that thing still airing? I feel like I've not heard anyone talk about it in a long time. So I will assume that it is no longer airing. Oh, that's me. What the? Wolfie? That's the Wolfie from the other pixel art. Flint and Steel. Chicken Jockey. Fear Factor was the one with bugs. Yeah, it was like they would have people do like things that they would typically be afraid of. They're like, oh, you hate bugs? Well, put your hand in this jar full of bugs. Things like that. Fear Factor. What if instead of Fear Factor, it was Fear Factory? What if it was Ear Factor? Like it was about ears. That year factor, if it was about years. I don't know. Is this anything? What if it was a thing? Did I see an Uma Musume fan cam on Twitter? I don't know. I can't answer that for you. Only you know the answer to this. Now, I will assume that yes, that is probably what you did see. But I cannot confirm. Solely retweeted it. Uma Musume. What's everyone's favorite Uma Musume? Well, we already know. Zoli did name his favorite Uma Musume. I already forgot the name of I already forgot who it was, but I know what she looks like. It's not Twin Turbo. That's the blue one. I remember that now. It was Kumiko from Euphonium. Nice nature. Some users in a Discord I frequent were discussing that game, but I don't understand the premise. It's like a deck building roguelike, but not really. It's got cards. It's got stats. It's like you have stats, you level them up, and then there's RNG. They activate skills sometimes. Darkest Dungeon. Can share cards? No. It's essentially anthro horse women that race, yes. They are based on real horses that exist or have existed in the past. But they're all women. Despite most of the horses being male in real life, they are in fact horse girls now. That is a thing. Yes. Horse P? What does he mean by this? What is Royal ZK even saying? What does that even mean? Welcome, Colm Seal. When was the horsewoman invented? 2019, probably. I don't know. You pick horse for a campaign, level up their stats and get skills for harder and harder boss fights. When you lose the run, you pass on the horse's skills to another horse's run. Exactly. So true. Have you seen those weekly skits that Karagi started doing recently? The ones where she sums up, gives an outlook on her last streaming week? I have not seen that. I feel like my Twitter algorithm is really bad at showing me things that are tweeted by people I follow. There's just like something about it. It never actually shows me tweets from people I follow. It always shows me like viral tweets from the rest of Twitter. Like, I specifically followed the Wholesome Games Twitter account to get notified of games, but then like I was not even aware that they were doing like a Wholesome Games Direct. It's crazy. I bet he shows Elon's tweets. I have him muted so I don't see them. But it did used to, before I muted him, it did show me Elon's tweets. Rage bait, so true. She also posted on Blue Sky, but you don't follow anyone on Blue Sky? Exactly. I don't follow. I don't even really use Blue Sky. I know nothing about those horses, but El Condor Pasa is a good song. No, that's a horse. It was a horse, not a song. I haven't used Twitter in almost a year, but I've been craving using it again, tired of Blue Sky. But what's wrong with Blue Sky? Are people there just... I think Blue Sky does have a reputation for, like, people not understanding comedy sometimes. At least that is what I've been seeing on Twitter. People like, oh, Blue Sky users don't understand jokes. You tell a joke and they're like, actually, it's quite harmful to joke about this thing. It's actually quite serious. That is the Twitter user's impression of Blue Sky. Rage bait. What about fish bait? What if the fish were rage though? Discord and Twitch. That's like, it's kind of different though. There's something about like, it's called like microblogging. No one uses that term anymore. Microblogging. That used to be what Twitter was referred to as. Microblogging. People don't even blog anymore. I use all to stalk VTuber. Is that true? You didn't actually name the streams you were banned from. Didn't you say that you were gonna do that? Blue Sky is dead. Nobody posts anything, I feel like. What about me? I post on there. Sometimes. It's not really anything interesting though. It's just like, yeah, I'm going live. Hey, here's an image. I prefer fishing-based social media. What is your favorite fishing-based social media though? Giganto blogging? Regular blogs? What if I started a blog? If I brought back a blog, wolfie.dev, remember that website? I don't post on here anymore. I would what would I even post though? It would be like game dev related. It'd be like, hey, here's a tip on collisions in Godot or whatever. Blag. I read blogs of all people I like. Oh yeah, name all of them, huh? Can you describe web fishing for someone who has never heard of it? It's like fishing if you were like a cat. Is basically all it is. It's got multiplayer. I have a repo where I blog my noise complaints toward my neighbor. Are they aware of it? Can they open an issue in that repo? That's what I meant. No one does any heck posts on Blue Sky. It's all vapid. I'm live. Happy to support those people and whatnot, but there's no meaty content. I mean, I don't know. I don't see anything on Blue Sky because I don't use it. So I can't really confirm, but I could imagine that being the case. You should do that. Wait, I should do what? Start a blog. Hey guys, here's my blog. Something. Wow. What was it? This song starts off with a loud clap. You will get banger posts like nothing evokes as a grand sense of adventure. See that post is too long. I see that and I think I'm not reading that. I know it's literally less than, it's like one sentence, but you know the average user's attention span is that's too long. Gotta shorten the length. Gotta add some buzzwords. You would not believe the sense of adventure. There's a massive elephant in the room with Twitter. Is it Elon Musk? Is it the questionable policies? I wish someone made a blog search engine. Yeah, what about web rings? What if we brought back web rings? Oh, what about NeoCities? Isn't that a thing that people use now? NeoCities. There's like some VTubers that have a NeoCities website. Will you do it? Will you make a NeoCity? Would you make a GitHub Pages blog? Let's see. Follows only for Fife progress? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what meat is supposed to be for social media. For me, meat is whimsical things that come to mind, or art for other people. I guess it's like things that are not like obligatory content. So you know, like you follow a stream, it's things that are not like I'm going live or like check out this thing that's on another website. Maybe that's what it is. Substantial content is content that is not simply linking to another website. Go, hey, I'm doing something else on a different website. I don't know. On top of you actually named the channels that you were banned from. Wims, Sad Pocky, Lemmy, Captain Camille, multiple people I never watched. Dang. Is it because of the bit? The Choco J Dog bit? I typed in blog search engine and there is a website called a blog search engine. Yeah, but are they good blogs though? Are they blogs that are high quality? Banned for hate watching? This guy hates street. What the? Bro. Get this guy out of here. What you actually want is to follow people that actually post on social media beyond using it as an extended RSS feed. Perhaps, yes. But I feel like there's something about that that kind of like self-selects. It's like the kind of people that post a lot on social media. Like sometimes that's too much. You're like sometimes I follow someone and it seems like they just post like 50 tweets per day. And then I'm like, oh, okay, sure, I know I followed them, but like this is kind of much, you know? You really got nothing else to do but post on Twitter all day. This is like too much. I think mine is like the opposite way, where like I don't post enough on Twitter. I have nothing of note even worth following for on Twitter. Fife is like concert flutes. I see. Hank Green did a vlog about this. It might be that it is really hard to find good information now. It's just content and not much substance. Kind of like how for all of human history it was hard to find good food. It's easy to find food. It's like, yeah, in the age of AI generated content. And people can just post AI summaries of things. Actually, do you all get like YouTube recommendations of like videos that are obviously AI generated? Or like they have like an AI voice reading a script. I feel like often I get recommended like quote unquote life hack videos like, hey, here's like 10 tips that you can use in your daily life. Here's like 5 secrets of the human body that everyone has but doesn't ever use. Things like that. Like sometimes like once in a while I'll like click on them and be like, this sounds very AI. But like the art is like human drawn though. It's like a stick figure. You can tell that that stuff was not AI generated. But they had like an AI read the script, and I'm like, this would be so much more engaging if like you got a real person to read this. I don't know. Not that often. I do, yes. The age of slop. Exactly. Pretty much stop looking at shorts. No, but like those ones that I'm talking about are not shorts though. Those are like long form content. I don't think I've seen one of those for shorts. Oh wait, no, I have. There are some that are just like, they just read Reddit threads, but they have like an AI voice. Those, like, I don't get the point of those. But those things, those do in fact do quite well. A lot of people seem to enjoy those. Occasionally I'll get videos that I believe someone wrote but is text-to-speech. Yeah, but like, I guess that is what I'm talking about. It's like I would even prefer like what's the term for it? Like the bad text-to-speech where it's not like AI generated, like Microsoft Sam kind of voice. I would even prefer that over like AI voice nowadays, because there's just something about it, you know? It's like it knows that it is like it is generated. It's not trying to sound like a real person. It's sort of like I get some practical reasons for not doing your own voiceover, but the machine generated voices are even more distracting. Yeah, they always have like the same kind of tone. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but you can pretty easily tell. I turned off recommendations and homepage on YouTube over a year ago. My life has been so much better because of it. Yeah, but think of all the videos you haven't seen. think of all the generated recommendations. I'm not getting AI generated voice in that sense, but I don't think I'm adept on recognizing them in the first place. Yeah, they are getting kind of tricky to recognize though. Like those videos that I'm talking about, when I first watched them, like I did not realize until like most of the way through that it was AI. I like scroll down in the comments, it's almost like, man, I've been getting a lot of these AI generated videos recently. And I was like, oh, but yeah, it does sound like AI. True. Return to the days of writing on a notepad while 009 sound system plays in the background. What? There's like a slight upward inflection before the end of a word sentence that really bothers me with AI voices. Yeah, there's like something about it. I just can't like specifically explain what it is, but you could quite easily tell. Something about it, you know? It'll be indistinguishable soon enough. It's like when people start talking like the AI, that's, you know, that's probably gonna happen at some point. Because, you know, kids are impressionable. They learn things based on what they've seen online. If there's like a kid that watches enough like AI generated slop, maybe they will, you know, when they grow older, they will just naturally sound like those AI voices. There's probably a kid out there who talks like the TikTok lady voice. You would not believe what, I don't know how to do that voice, but you know the one. The one that is always used. I feel like that's not used as often nowadays, but you know, it was at some point. You would not believe your eyes. 10,000 fireflies? You would not even believe. Well, well, well. What about AI generated VTubers? Like Neurosama is pretty popular. It used to be cool, but now I'm like, I don't really get the appeal. But, you know, other people do. People seem to enjoy it. When kids say like, comment, subscribe, they think it's because it means goodbye. Yes. There are people out there, and they are... it's their only concept of things. It used to be a novelty. Yeah, now it's like so accessible, you know? The fun part about Neurosama is the things they do with her. Maybe just that I haven't really watched, you know? Surely there is some entertainment to be had there. But I just don't know. It's like, remember when that AI generated Seinfeld Twitch channel was popping off? That was the thing. Remember? I forgot about that. That was a channel that existed. Can you entertain? No, unfortunately, I cannot entertain. There's a lot of human interaction and puppetry with Neuro. You can at least feel the soul. Possibly true. I've only heard of Neurosama, but haven't even looked it up. Do people try to break her, or what do you mean? No, it's like people do collabs with her. They have like a real person doing a collab, and then sometimes she'll just say like wacky things. All those AI generated channels get banned after they get a bit spicy. Oh yeah, sometimes they do mention topics that are questionable. AI Jesus Twitch. They also had like the AI SpongeBob, right? Remember that one? It's crazy. I don't know. AI Jesus. I've never really seen that one, but I have heard of it. Well, you AI? No. I would simply not to do it. What about Al though? You know? Capital A, lowercase l. It looks like AI, but it's actually Al. Oh no, you're telling me they used Al for this song? Bro, this is an Al generated song. Can't believe they would use Al for this. I don't know about the backend of Neuro, so I haven't been that interested. The LLM that plays Pokemon is sometimes interesting in concept since you can read his thoughts, but watching it live is excruciating. I did tune into part of that one. It does seem like a big waste of electricity, but like, you know, whatever. I was talking with my manager today. I brought up Anubis, the anti-AI scraper tool. Came to the conclusion that the soul of current AI is insufficient. It's too light. What does that mean? The soul? Soul, isn't that the Korea? Isn't that the Korea? Yes, that is a thing that people say. Soul, isn't that the Korea? It may not even be an LLM. It is trained off of Neuro's Twitch chat. Is that true? Streamer, that's soul. That's literally the same word. It's audibly indistinguishable. That is what I said. Soul. Train off this. Choco J pants grab. Got him. Got him. Can't believe that you got me. What am I doing? Just walking around, you know, in the game, just not even really fishing. The Pokemon LLM realized it was faster in steps to Blackout instead of walking into Poke Center, so it deliberately lost a bunch of battles. And that's interesting, though. I think that's cool. If sleep will dream or nightmare, no, I don't think so. Neuro may be a you know, I realize I never have pronounced that word. I don't think I've ever heard that word pronounced. Facsimile? No, actually, maybe I have heard it. Facsimile? Of a human speaking, but the whole project has Beetle's influence. Vettel? Is it Vettel? Beetle? Facsimile? Facsimile? Does that even mean? Facsimile? Facsmile?
Facsimile.
Facsimile? I've had it. I've said it correctly. Facsimile. Well, I don't know. There are things. It's kind of like, sort of like, I'm not really a fan of like AI voices in general. Or like, not even just AI, like, how do I describe it? There's like streamers that use text-to-speech as their main speaking thing on their stream. I just like, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's missing like the tonality that someone would have when they're actually saying things, you know? Just something about it. It's not like I watch big streams anyway. Once a streamer gets big enough, chat is just noise. You might as well watch an edited stream. So true. That is in fact the thing. We have an intern at work that uses AI for everything. Drives me insane. I've talked about this as well. I feel like nowadays a lot more people at work are using AI for stuff. You know, they're using it for like, you know, code generation, they're asking it questions. It's like one time when like, it was like, we were talking about like some kind of Mexican food that I forget the name of. But then like, instead of going to Google to search for like an image of it, he just asked ChatGPT what it was. I was like, are you for real? You could literally just have typed the word in on Google and gotten like a billion images. Instead you asked ChatGPT, like, what is this thing? What was the name of it? I forget. Conchas? I think this is what it was. Yeah, this thing. We had like this thing, and then I was like, oh, I wonder, I've never heard of this. What is this? And then he was like, oh, ChatGPT, what is it? It didn't even give him an image. It just described it for him. I was like, you really just went to ChatGPT? You could have just like looked it up. You could have gotten like a billion images of what this thing was. Zoli has linked something. What is this thing that you've linked? It's playing it off stream. Northern Lions playing Uma Musume off stream. We migrated our internal docs to Atlassian's newfangled pages. It injects a billion links to an LLM summary of the word instead of actually defining it. What are they doing? What is bro even doing out there? Also, welcome, Muffin. I feel uncomfortable using AI for information because whenever I ask it something, I know it is never 100% right. It's often some subtle way. Yeah, you would have to like verify it yourself. Actually, there was like a video that I saw on YouTube Shorts. There's like a guy who goes around reviewing food at different places. I think he went to, I forget if it was like Iceland or something. He went to some country. He was like, actually, do you know there's only one Costco in Iceland? And actually 70% of Iceland citizens have a Costco membership. That's more than the US, where like 50% of people have a Costco membership. It's obviously wrong. But then like in the comments, he was like, oh, sorry, I asked ChatGPT and it said 50% of people in the US have a Costco membership. I was like, really? Could not have just like Googled it? I don't know. It's crazy. If I wanted AI in my documentation, it would be the exact opposite thing, me typing something and it linking me the right place. Wait, if I wanted AI in my docs, it would be the opposite thing. Oh, like for searching for things? Actually, yeah, that's what, so like at our workplace, we have an AI like chatbot that does stuff like that. And it is actually useful, in my opinion. I'll be like, why is this system named this thing? Where can I find latency metrics for this system? And then it's like, okay, analyzing Google Documents and documentation link. And then it's like, okay, based on these few pages, you can go to this dashboard, or like, based on this summary, this system was developed this way to address this issue in production that happened. And then like it actually links to the things, and I'm like, if I want to verify that it's true, I can just click on it. And I do click on it. But yeah, sometimes it's good. That's the only AI that I use, because if I were to search for it manually, it would be kind of annoying. Because I would need to get the exact terminology matching. I don't know. Most of the time I'm searching something super niche. No way I can trust an AI summary when I myself don't understand the subject matter. So true, so true. Littered with AI definitions of acronyms. Just makes up stuff. It's like, hey, this is what this thing stands for. You ask Copilot to make doc strings for you sometimes. I have never used Copilot. But I do know many people at work that do. I find AI to be very accurate most of the time. It depends on what you're asking, I guess. There have been a lot of times when it would just like for code stuff. There's like a Python library for like Google Cloud Services stuff. And there's an equivalent thing for like, sorry, no, this is Airflow, I think. They had like a Python library and a Java library. And I asked about how to do this thing in Python, and it was like, oh, here's, you can just call this function. And then when I looked it up, that function did not actually exist. It only existed in Java. And then I guess what it was doing was it took the Java example code, converted that to Python, even though the package does not exist in Python, but it pretended like it did. And then when I tried it, I was like, this doesn't work. And then I was like, wait, I tried searching, you know, the function it mentioned, and it was not even there. And then I realized it made it up. I was not specifically asking AI, but it was one of those like Google generated things. It's always doing that. It's like, hey, here's like a Google summary of possibly what could be the solution. And after that, I feel like I've stopped trusting them. Unless it's something really obvious, you know, if it's something that could be verified quite easily, usually it's right. I don't know. When I used to watch shorts, I would see stuff about electronics that I knew for a fact was wrong. And then my housemate would repeat it to me as a fact later on because he saw the same thing and just believed it. True. So true. They're always doing that. Isn't AI basically getting incestuous too, essentially, because it uses AI output to train? Yeah, I think there's like a trend of like AI art getting more yellow, because like I think there were so many images generated with the Studio Ghibli art style generator that for whatever reason made images yellow. That now there's like a lot of AI that's being trained on those yellow images. And now it's just like really yellow. That's how it is. It can be helpful for some things, but not everything, especially niche stuff. Risk factor by mine means I can't trust anything, especially in that industry. It's crazy, I would have guessed black and white grayscale. Now there's something about it just being yellow. I wonder if I looked it up, is there like an explanation? I mean, the explanation is probably just what I stated, but there must be like more examples. Why is AI art so yellow? Why are AI made images getting yellow? From the trusted source knowyourmeme.com. Yes. They have obtained a yellowish tint because of the... Yeah, they all look like this now. Actually caved and asked ChatGPT about inbreeding coefficiency calculations today. What? An AI cannot help me for an old Spartan FPGA hardware. Well, yeah, maybe there's some obscure things like that. Yeah, they're all so yellow now. They all look like this Undertale. How to remove yellow tint from images. How to un-yellow AI image. They un-yellow GPT. They're so yellow. Anyway, that's a thing now. It's wild. Back to Mexico filter. They do often use those. I don't know, man. That's life, you know? Things are changing. That is the state of society. Webfishing is yellow? No, it's green. It's literally green. D4DJ started using AI? Did they though? Is that for real? ChatGPT is merely a long ARG to advertise a new Deus Ex game? No. Do you think they would do that? I don't know. How do we start talking about this? I don't even remember. It just happens. It just happens sometimes. We were talking about something else. And then at some point, this came up. Well, anyway. That's life, you know, that's how things go. This is the way I talk. I just say things and then go, oh, that's crazy. Whoa, that's so true. So true. That is, in fact, a true statement. Alright. What was I doing before this? I don't even know. I don't even aware. Imagine if I actually played web fishing. Oh yeah, blogs. Oh yeah, I was talking about Twitter. We were like, people don't use blogs anymore. And then I started talking about like AI generated like YouTube videos or something. AI voices. Thinking about what I'd like for dinner. What are your options? What about burrito? What about curry? What if we all started a blog? What if you started a blog right now? What would you even blog about? I could probably do it. I could probably just throw away wolfie.dev and just have that be a blog now. Because like I'm not using this anymore. No one's really even doing this. I don't know. Honestly, I don't have much to say. You could just say anything. Welcome, Matthias. Blog about video games. Maybe. Could be like, I've been playing this game. I've been playing Uma Musume. This is my favorite horse. Blah blah blah. I would do summary stuff for media. Would you have like an anime blog that's like, here's the plot synopsis of this episode. Here's the stream I watched. This is what happened in the stream. The streamer talked about these topics, and these are the timestamps. And I had insightful questions that I asked during the stream. I feel as though everyone has something to say. Possibly true. Some people don't realize it. They're like, who would even read about my thoughts? It's not even interesting. But maybe if you could think of something, surely there would be something there. If I eat a steak, I will also be cooking a potato in the air fryer. You could totally be doing that. Personal projects, I'd rather than say it till it's dang close to done. I mean, like, if you say it too early, you might never finish the project, perhaps. I have stuff to reply with, I don't have things to say. But then you stream though, right? Don't you say things on your stream? Actually, I feel like that's probably why I would not start a blog. Because I spend too much time on my stream talking about things. Is that I'm like, I already talked about this on stream. Why would I blog about it? If people care, they would simply watch every second of my stream. And they would know that I've talked about this on July 2nd, 2025. I don't know. Blog about streams would be pretty interesting if it was there looking at another user's thoughts and stream. The chat themselves. It is true. You could blog. It could be even like a personal blog. I mean, like sometimes I do take notes on streams that I watch, and by notes I just mean like mention interesting things that I might have seen, so I can go back to it. You know, after some time, it could be like, oh yeah, remember like this day when this stream happened? I remember. I was literally there. See, I watched a 11 minute video on how old school rice cookers work using magnets. I did see that. Yes, that was the Technology Connections. That guy has interesting videos. I watch them sometimes. When they show up in my recommended. Talking about taxes. Y'all remember investing your money into whatever things? Guess I'm not a fan of drama generally. My mind didn't go in that direction. It's just like, you know, summary of like the plot. Similar to how someone would summarize like an episode of a TV show. You could do that with the stream. In today's Wolfie stream, he talked about these things. I said this thing and he responded with this thing. It made me think about, you know, other AI generated content and blah blah blah. And this is why everyone should watch Wolfie stream. Because it is insightful and causes me to think things that I otherwise would not have considered thinking. And therefore, I will recommend everyone to watch this stream. That's exactly how it goes. Imagine watching a wowching. Imagine a Wolfie stream. What is he saying? I enjoy streams where I can keep up with the chat. Sometimes I like the chatters nearly as much as the streamer. Oh yeah, then who is your favorite chatter, huh? I never thought about that. Surely there's people that have like favorite chatters. Like as another chatter. You know, you're like, oh yeah, I totally love when I'm in a chat stream and then this other chatter's there. They always have such insightful comments. None of us? In what stream? I don't know. In any stream. Eating Mike Tyson? That's not the full name. It's very much the same thing, which is why blogging about it would be socially danging. Wait, what is the drama? Keeping up with the chat? I don't know, man. I sure am glad this chatter is here to say things. Fart Master 18 from Northern Line stream. That's a thing. I found just writing my thoughts in a notepad surprisingly valuable. Helps me get to sleep sometimes. Yeah, I take notes. I have a logseek document. A set of journal entries every day. The Vacuous Sugar Quest credits featured the official list of Wolfie's favorite chatters. Now, those were specifically people that gave suggestions that I incorporated into the game. I specifically said, especially these chatters for their input and other such things, as determined by going through VODs. My favorite chatter in the Boshkeviti stream is I've not heard of any of these. But I guess that is my fault for asking. That I should have been prepared to hear some names that I did not know. Say I were to blog about this small to medium streamer I like in their chat, then I would have to be careful because it feels like everything we talk about is very personal. I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe people would, maybe they find the article and they'd be like, this is so parasocial. I can't believe he would take notes on something he enjoys participating in. I wanted to pick a streamer none of you had any stake in it. Yeah, but what if we knew? What if we were aware? It's too social? What does that mean? The interpersonal conflicts? People would be reading. Anyway, I guess that's it though. I should end my stream. It is about that time. Things I say could ruin my relationship with the chatters and streamers in question. He's gonna get cancelled. Can't believe you would say that about the streamer. I like when Michael Hunts antagonizes the streamer just by existing. Why would he do that? Why would he instigate such things? What is the deal with that guy, man? Anyway. It's not about canceling, it's really just if I said something about you that rubbed you the wrong way, would you be upset? Isn't that canceling though? Unbelievable that he would say this thing. For me, it was I just didn't want to say someone is my favorite, and then someone else goes, "Oh, I hope I'm Nano's favorite." I don't know. It is quite complex when you start putting the viewers, fellow chatters, on a tier list. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna end. We should take a screenshot though. Everyone. You should be okay. By everyone, I mean the two other people in this lobby. Please stand here. Not really. Canceling is not calling them for others to also shun them, I guess. I guess that is true. Campbell says, I hope I'm Nano's most hated. Hey, you should know that maybe that's why you use the word Nano instead of his full name. Can't believe he doesn't even know. Okay, anyway, here's it. Michael. Does Michael, do you have like Chatterino or something? How do you know? Anyway, thanks for joining. Good art has been done. Good stream. What makes you think that? Because you showed up, as you were talked about. I guess, I don't know, why would you have Michael as a code word, as a highlight word? That wouldn't make sense. Did you just happen to show up when someone talked about you? Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Save and quit. That'd be silly. Why would he even say Michael? Saying Mahjong or Wires summon someone, but he's dead though. That guy's gone. He will never show up again. To have Michael and Mike. What if you said... What if you said... Yeah, he's gonna get pinged. What if you said Hexadigital? I notice sometimes Hexadigital shows up when you say Hexadigital. Or Hexa. Okay, anyway, that's it. Let's go to outro scene. Alright, what do we got? Also, the website that I scraped these from, they have stopped including the description. So we don't really have a description for what these things are, unfortunately, so we just have to guess. Pings are Michael Hunt 1122 and UFO Day, I Forgot Day, Disco Day, Lint Awareness Day, Sports Journalist Day. I don't know which one of these. UFO Day, that's a good one. Disco Day, not a good one. I Forgot Day Raid, also a good one. Disco, that does look like that you could do. Okay, let's do National Disco Day. You can post the disco ball and the waving emoji, or you could post whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna find someone to raid. Let's see who's streaming. Many people are in fact streaming. And I will send you to one of these people. But which one specifically? Let's see. Okay, what about this person? Who I never see online. They also appear to be playing Uma Musume despite not being in the Uma Musume category. Unless they have follower or subscriber only chat. No, they do. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna raid into a follower or subscriber only chat. Okay, who else is streaming? What about... this person who is also playing Uma Musume? This person who raids us sometimes who is also playing Uma Musume? Alright. Well, that's it. I'll be back on Friday with some art. And by art I mean pixel art, probably. Related to the fishing game. Some game development, perhaps related to rope physics for the fishing rod and the fishing line, whatever. They're called Uma Musume, but somehow none of the girls have antlers. That doesn't make sense. I made a joke about Uma Musume a long time ago. You know how out of memory is abbreviated OOM, like It's like a musume. Me when I'm playing the horse racing game, but then my app crashes because there's no memory. Call that a musume. Out of mana? No, out of memory. A musume. Oh, it was a moose, but I saw moo and then I thought it was like cow. Welcome to my and goodbye. Anyway, that raid is going. I will now stop talking. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.